some mantra so that I am a cure or I am in poverty, give me some mantra, I can get money. Not that. To deliver me from the sanmo, illusion, aham mameti. This material life is a sanmo, aham mameti. Atam. The material life begins, pumsang striyam mithuni bhavameta. This material life is described in 4 lines. What is this material life? Pumsang striyam mithuni bhavameta. Ita. This material life is nothing but an attraction of sex. Pumsang striyam. The man is after woman and woman is after man. This is material, beginning. Everywhere, not only human society, even in bird society, dog society, cat society, or demigod society, everywhere you see this sex attraction. Pamshanasya mithuni bhavameta kayor mitha vilayavanti mahu. And they are sitting, and as soon as they are joined together to satisfy the sex desire, attraction becomes more and more tight. Then, atat grihacheta sutata vittai janasya mohoyam aham mameti. So as soon as they combine, they require one house or apartment or cottage or nest. Something must be private. Atat griha, kshetra, then to work, to earn livelihood, one must have some land. Either you construct skyscraper building or kill it or give some food grain. Atat griha, kshetra, suta. Then without children, married life is frustrated. Putra hinam griham sunnam. Married life without children is void. Vidya hinam jivanam sunnam. If one is not educated, his life is vacant. Or vacant. Vidya hinam jivanam sunnam. Deepa sunnam devaman. And if you go to some foreign country, if there is no deva, temple, God's temple, or friend, that is also useless. And putra hinam griham sunnam. And if you have no children, the so-called married life is also void. And sarvasunnam daridya. And if you are poor in poverty, then everything is good. Even if you have got a wife, or even you have got education, and you have got friends, everything, that is Chana Punitat. So, this family life is attraction. Griha, kshetra, then suta, children, then after, relatives. In this way, janasya mohoyam aham mameti. He becomes entangled in this material life. But that is moha. That is not fact. It is moha in this sense because we have to change this body. In this body, I have created something. We have kshetra, suta, artha, vitta. And at the time of death, as Krishna said, Mrityu sarva harashta aham. Krishna takes away everything. At death, Your griha, your house, your land, your wife, your children, your friend, your reputation, everything is taken. And then you have to begin another life. Katha Dhyantara Prapti. You are not dead. You are living eternity. Na hannate hannamane sarire. This body is finished. You have to accept another body. And that you do not know what kind of body you get. There are so many bodies. Jalayanam Lakhani Thavarala Kavimsati. 8,400,000 forms of body. So you have to enter some of them, one of them. So in this way our life is going on. But temporarily, if we are situated in a position, this is my wife, this is my children, this is my house, this is my country, this is my nation, this is my mind, aham bhumeti. This illusion. You will not be allowed to stay in the circumstances of aham bhumeti. That's a fact. Everything will be taken away, but we are attached to it. This is material life. Therefore, devotee proposes that do avagraha, this false conception of life, aham mameti, I am American, I am Indian, I am Hindu, I am Muslim, I am Christian, or I am Brahmin, I am Kshatriya. This is avagraha. It is called upadhi, designation. For the time, just like you become minister for 5 years or 3 years, or president. Just like Nixon was president. Now he is not president. So this is an upadhi. You are Indian, American, this, that, they are all upadhi. Therefore, if we are attached to the upadhi, that is called avagraha. And according to the upadhi, I become attached to me and mine. I am this, I am that, and it is mine. But actually, they are all illusion. Fact it is. If you suppose just like the president was 5 years, very powerful, now he is dragged down, then what is the value? What is the value? So it may be for 5 years or 50 years or at most 100 years. Or million years, just like Brahma. But they are all temporary. In the eternal time, 5 years or 10 years or 100 years or 5 million years, they are all limited. They are not eternal. But we are eternal. We living entities, we are eternal. So why we should be illusioned by the non-eternal? That is called illusion. That is called Jnana. I learned from Bhagavad Gita that I am eternal. There is no birth, there is no death. Na jayatanam vyadeva kadachi. At any time. Not that it has begun now. No. Never we are born. Na hannate hannamani. So this is the fact. So why I shall be interested in something non-eternal? This is called knowledge. If I am eternal and my position is to enjoy life, Anandamaya Vyasa, by nature I am part and parcel of Krishna. Krishna is Sachidananda Vigraha. And Krishna says, Mamaivansa Jiva Bhuta. So, qualitatively, I am also Sachidananda. So, why I am enjoying this temporary life for 10 years or 20 years or 200 years? This is called knowledge. Etat jnanam. Other jnanam, they are not jnanam. I have said many times, they are arts, silpa, to live for some time and make some artistic way of living condition and forget my real problem. Janam mrityu jara vyadi dukkha doshanudarsana. So, for this purpose, one should approach Guru. Tasmad Gurum Pravatit. One who is actually interested for spiritual life, he should inquire about a Guru. Not as a fashion, that let me keep one Guru. No. Tasmad Gurum Pravatit Jigyasu Shre Uttama. Just like devotee is doing. Uttama. Something beyond this darkness. Tama means darkness. And Ut means above. Uttama, that is Uttama. So one who is interested, Uttama life means spiritual life. Tama life means this material life. Tamasima, Jyotirgam. If you can transcend this darkness, the world of darkness, and if you come to the world of light, that is required. So, devotee in the previous part accepted his son Govinda. Pumsam Ishvara Vai Bhavan Lokasya Tamasandhas Lokasya Tamasandhasya Chakshu Yuja Ivovita. You are just like the sun. Sun, when the morning, the sun is arriving, then all darkness immediately gone. Similarly, you have arisen, God, Krishna, or his incarnation. When they come, the darkness of this material world, illusion, is dissipated. It's like Krishna, and Krishna, the Supreme Personality of God, the darkness, illusion, Arjun's illusion, was counteracted. He was also thinking, aham moment, why shall I fight with my relative, the other side? So, this was darkness, aham moment. Either you maintain or you love this illusory position, that is sanmoha. This very word is used here. Atha medeva sanmoham apapustam tam bhasi. Sanmoha, samma rupena moha, sammoha. The material life, aham mamete, we have created some situation, mind and mind. This is false, illusion only, it is false, we are so much attached to it. So, you require to dissipate the apapastum, this misconception. That is the business of Guru. Ajnana midandhas, jnananjana salakas, chaksur militam jena, tasmai Sri Guru. This is Guru. Guru's business is that we are in the darkness of this illusion, Maya and mind. And the whole world is going on, the fight between nation and nation, between society and society, community and community, brother and brother, father and mother, all so many. Simply disharmony. This much mind, why you are interfering in my business? There must be fight. This illusion is going on. But we do not belong to any one of them. It is temporary. Just like in railway compartment, if there is some crowd, somebody fights. Where you are, why you are pushing, why you are taking my seat? There is very big fight. And somebody told us, I shall sit here for 2 hours, or for 3 hours, why shall I fight? This is one mentality. And another mentality is that he knows that for the 2 hours or 3 hours or some other hours, he remain in the compartment, but that's fine. Because aham mameti, that 2 hours sleep, he is thinking, my permanent seat, why you should intrude upon my seat? This is going on. Nobody will be allowed to stay here in this material world. He will have to change the body, his position. Dukkhalam asasat. And so long he will remain here, he will have to fight, struggle for existence. This is material. And at the same time, if you make compromise, then never mind, it is full of misery, I shall stay here. No, we cannot be allowed. We will be kicked out. Dukkhalam asasatam. This is the material. So, and we have got very much attachment for this material world. We cannot. Therefore, according to Vedic system, there is compulsory renunciation. Get out this immediately. Panchasodham Vajam. You are now past 50 years. That's your life. You have falsely fought in this material world. Aham mameti. Now stop this business. Come out. This is Vedic civilization. As soon as you are 50 years, you may, just like children, they play in the beach, making sand house and so on. Now the father, when the time is up, now my dear children, stop this business. Come on, come here, home. So we have to do that. This is the business of Guru, to teach the student, detached, that this world is not your place. Your place is Vaikuntha Loka. Krishna comes for this purpose. Jada jadai dharmasya glani bhavati bhava. This is dharmasya glani, when we become too much attached with this material world. That is called dharmasya glani. What is dharma? Dharmanta sakshat bhagavattanitam. Dharma means the order of the Supreme Person. That is dharma. The order of the Supreme Person is and so open to everyone. Nobody can say that I do not know what is the order of the Supreme. I do not carry out. That is another. But the order of the Supreme is there. Manmana bhava bhakta madhyadimanastu. Just become my devotee. Always think of me. Manmana bhava bhakta madhyadi, worship me. You haven't got to worship anyone else. Ma will come. The order is open. But we will not do it. That is another thing. We will not accept. But still Krishna comes. When this dharma is disobeyed, Krishna comes. Therefore Krishna says to Arjuna, because you are my friend, I am just talking to you the most confidential dharma. Because I have spoken to you so many ways, but because you are my intimate friend, so I am talking to you now the most essential part of dharma. What is that? Now whatever I have said, you can give up. Sarva dharma anuparittya. I have explained to you about so many yoga systems, but this is the real yoga system. Sarva dharma anuparittya mamekam. So, this dharma is taught by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, by His incarnation, by His devotee, by saintly person. This is real dharma. But we do not take. That is another thing. But if we take it, then we become benefited. So here it is said, so, you are my spiritual master, although you are my son, but I accepted you as my spiritual master. I know you can deliver me from this darkness of ignorance. So, atha deva sammoham apakustam. I'm attached to this material world. That is illusion, sammoham apakustam. Now, you dissipate this sammoham. So, Guru means repeatedly, his business is to enlighten the disciple how to become detached to this material world. Simply detachment will not help you. The other philosophy, Shunyavadi, that you make zero this material detachment. No, that is not possible. We are God because we are Anandamaya. We want Ananda, Sat-Chit Ananda. Actually, we are searching after eternal life. Sat, that is Sat, eternal life. And Chit means knowledge. And Ananda, Sat-Chit Ananda. We are seeking. Partially, if we simply understand eternity, that will not help us. We must have blissful knowledge. So the Mayavadi, those who are impersonalists, they want to make this material varieties of life zero, because they are very much disgusted with this material life. So Jagat Mithya, they say, this is Mithya, this is false. But we say that it is not Mithya. It is, mithya means false. It is not false. It is true. But you are using it in a false way. That is all. This is the expansion of energy of Krishna. So this energy you are not utilizing for Krishna, but you are utilizing the energy for your sense gratification. That is mistake. But otherwise, how it can be false? It is not false. It is creation of God. Krishna said, Bhumi Rama Vayu Khamano Buddhiro Vinna Prakriti Me Astadha. Me. It is Krishna's energy. How Krishna's energy can be false? If Krishna is true, Krishna's energy is also true. But it is just like the cloud. You cannot say the cloud is false. Cloud is fact. Although it is temporary, the cloud does not remain in the sky permanently. It appears and again disappears. But when it appears, there is rain, there is reaction of the rain, vegetation on the ground, on the tree. How you can say it is false? But it is temporary. That is actual philosophy. So this material world is not false, as the Mayavadi philosopher said. Brahma Sattva Jagat Mithya. Jagat is not Mithya. It is fact. But we are using it in a way which is false. We are using it in the way for our sense gratification. That is false. But the material world is not false. Our Krishna consciousness movement is just to teach people how to use it properly. That is Krishna consciousness movement. Just like we are utilizing this microphone. It is not false, but we are utilizing it for spreading Krishna consciousness. And if you use it for something else, for some political propaganda or some other propaganda, then it is false. But if you use it for propagating Krishna consciousness, it is not false. Therefore, the conclusion is, the microphone is not false. Its use is false. If you properly use, that is one thing. Krishna consciousness movement is for that purpose. Ishavāsamidam sarvam. Everything Krishna, everything of the Supreme Personality belongs to Him. Actually that is the fact. So if we misuse it for our purpose or for our sense gratification, that is false. So, here, devotee is requesting Bhagavan, Kapil, that I am in this illusion, aham mameti, by false conception of life. Kindly, you dissipate this illusion because you are my Guru. Jo avagraham aham mameti iti edasmin joditastvaya. You can say that how I am engaged in these material activities. That is also the chance is given, the opportunity is given by Krishna. Krishna is very kind. He says, Jedhathamam prapaddante tam tathaiva bhajam. If you want Krishna to give you material advantages, he will give you, take it. And if you want from Krishna, again, revival of your spiritual life, then he will give you. Therefore Krishna says, Jedhathamam prapaddante. Krishna is very kind, just a kind father. He says, sometimes, my dear boy, you don't do it. But if the boy, the son perceives, all right, you can do it at your risk. This is going on. This is going on. Krishna bhuliya jeev bhogavan chakare. Pasate maya tare japoti antare. Maya means, when you forget Krishna and you want to enjoy this material world to the best capacity, means as far as we can do with our senses, Krishna gives us opportunity. Krishna gives us opportunity. Yeah, therefore so many varieties of life. If somebody wants to eat without any discrimination, anything, there are many persons, even in the so-called civilized world, they eat anything and everything. But that is misuse of life. Human life is meant for eating Krishna's prasadam, not anything and everything. That is not human life. Human life is meant for eating jagyasastasino santa muchanti sarvakinchi. Because this material life is all sinful life. Because everything belongs to Krishna and we are possessing things for my satisfaction. This is sinful. Criminal. Suppose if your property I use for my sense gratification, it is criminal. Similarly, everything belongs to Krishna. Bhoktaram jagatapasam sarvalokamaya sarvam. Krishna says, I am the provider. So, if you don't acknowledge that, if you use this word for your sense gratification, then you are criminal. Therefore, it is said that you offer Jagga, offer to Krishna. Then you take it. Jagyasistasino santa, muchanti sarvakinchi. You bring things you have to eat. That's a fact. Krishna is giving you opportunity of eating nice things, food, grains, fruits, flowers, milk, so many things. So, you prepare, offer to Krishna. That is called Jagga. Jagga means satisfaction of the Supreme Person. That is called Jagga. So, Jagyate karmanatra, lokayam karmamami. If you do not work for performing Jagga, then you are becoming entangled. Jagyate karmanatra, lokayam karmamami. And if you perform Jagga, and then you enjoy. Tena bhunjita. We require our maintenance of life and soul, that is the fact. But tena bhunjita, you enjoy everything which is given to you as prasadam, as remnant, as mercy. This is Vaishnava life. Vaishnava line means they do not. What is this temple? The temple is has been trained up how to accept the remnants of footsteps of Krishna. We don't cook for ourselves. If we cook for ourselves, then as it is stated in the Bhagavad Gita, it is said, Je pachanti atmakarana bhunyante te abhamapapam. That simply eating sinful things, and people are doing that. They do not offer to Krishna, and they eat whatever they like. The result is that you have misused this opportunity of human life to understand Krishna and go back to home, back to Godhead, so that you'll be happy eternally, you'll be free from this entanglement of bhutta praviyate. You enjoy one duration of life, again you have to give it up, and then you accept another duration of life, bhutta praviyate. This human life is meant for getting rid of this business, taking birth and dying, taking birth and dying. This is meant, this opportunity is given, but if you do not use it properly, you use it as cats and dogs and hogs, then by nature's law, you will get the body next life, cats and dogs and hogs. You eat even stew, because you have no discrimination in eating. The whole life, you can now eat the pig's body, hog's body, you get, and eat even up to stool. That opportunity is given. And you have sex life with your mother and sister. You see, hog's life, they have no sex discrimination. They do not discriminate, she is my mother, she is my sister. No. So this is hog's life. Therefore Shastra says that don't be foolish to lead a life like hogs. Nayam deho bhajam niloke kastana kamana arhati vidhujam. The material civilization should not be like that. What is that? Now, simply for sense gratification. Nayam deho bhajam niloke kastana kamana. That sense gratification is also not very easy. People are working so hard. They are stealing in risking life. So many things. This is not very easy going life. Kashtam kama. Everything is studied by Shastra. Arhati, Birvyan. This kind of life is meant for the whole. So human life is not meant for like that. Human life is meant for tapasya. Tapodibham putraka jina suddhe satya. Suddhe. You have to purify your existence. Now our existence is not purified. We get this contaminated body and change it. Again another contaminated body, another, just like one man is suffering from disease. One contamination and then another contamination and this is not right. You purify yourself. And that purification begins when you accept the life of austerities. Tapasya. Tapasya means voluntarily accepting something. This is not inconvenient. Just like in our society, it is enjoyed, the student. They so voluntarily accept the principle. No illicit sex life. No meat eating, no fish eating, no nothing of this kind. No intoxication and no gambling. This is purpose, especially for these European American students. They are from the beginning of their life, they are accustomed to this habit. But they have voluntarily given up on my word, and that is Guru's business. To purify so that he may be saved from this illusion. He must be purified. So this little inconvenience for higher happiness, that is desired, that is required. Tapodigbam putraka jena suddheta satya jasmad brahma sokham anantam. Anantam. You are after happiness, but you do not know how to enjoy happiness. That you do not know. That is stated in the Bhagavata. Sukham atam tikam jata tat otindriya grahyam. Otindriya, not these false senses. We want sense enjoyment, but not these coward senses. We are spiritual. We have got spiritual body. That body is now covered with this material garment. Therefore, it is covered. The senses are covered. With covered senses, you cannot enjoy actually. The senses must be open. That means you can enjoy life when your senses are open, not covered by this material body. That is the commandment. One who is interested in Krishna consciousness, it is said, Sarvapadhi muktam tat paratena nirmalam. Nirmalam means purified. You have to become purified. And Sarvapadhi nirmalam. Now we are covered by this material body means I am covered by so many designations. I am American, I am Indian, I am Hindu, I am Muslim. These are not covered. So you have to get freedom from these covering. You should not think that I am American or Indian or this or that. As Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Jiver Sarup Hoy Nitta Krishna Das. When you understand simply that I am eternal servant of Krishna, that is Sarvapadhi Vinimuktam. Minimum. And with that conception of life, Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam Bhakti Rucha. Rishikena means when your senses are now clean, without any cover, then with that senses, when you try to satisfy Krishna, Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam, Krishna's name is another Rishikesh. Sena Rubhaya Madhya Rishikesha Stapa Neochika. The Rishikesh name is that. Rishikesh means actually Krishna is the master of the senses. We are not proprietor of the senses. Krishna is the proprietor of the senses. So when our senses are purified and we apply them, after all our senses are employed for satisfaction of somebody, myself or somebody else. Actually somebody else. That is Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Matsarya. That is illusion. We are not serving ourselves. We are serving our lusty desires. Kam, Krodh. I am angry, therefore I am killing somebody. So, that is not mine, but I am servant of the anger. I am servant. I am not master. If I would have been master, then I could control my anger. But I am not. I am servant of anger. I am someone of lusty desire. So I am servant. But this servitude should be transferred to Krishna. That is what Krishna does. Sarvapadhi vinimuktam tattaratena nirmalam rishikena rishikesha sevanam bhakti vittam. That is bhakti. And if you are situated in that transcendental position, Bhakti, then you can understand Krishna. Bhakta Mahavijam. Not by so-called speculation. No. That is not possible. Otherwise Krishna would have said, by jnana, by yoga, by karma, one could understand. Krishna says, no, clear. Bhaktya Mahavijam. Javana Jaschan Tata. If you want to know Krishna as he is, then you have to accept this process of bhakti. And that bhakti means Sarvapadhi Vinimuktam. You should not consider yourself. So this Krishna consciousness movement is actually the movement for unity of the whole world. And that is actually beginning. And it is actually being happened. All classes of men, from all groups of men, all religious societies or nations, they are joining this movement. They are joining, actually, there is the possibility. The United Nations could not unite the nation. But if you push on this Krishna consciousness movement, all people of different dimensions, of different nations, different religions, they join. That is equal. So otherwise, we are in the more illusion. So it is the business of Guru to dissipate this illusion, darkness, and enlighten the student to the real life of Jnana Tivinamdesha, Jnana Vimuttala. Chakshu Militam Jina Tasmai Sri Guru. He is Guru. Thank you very much.
Yes, Sir, you are writing something, you can share some. Can start. You can share. Yeah, so Prabhupada started the lecture with the importance of Guru, why you should accept Guru, and you should accept Guru only for if you are interested in the highest attainment to this human form of life. And Srila Prabhupada spoke about how this basic principle of this material world is sex life, and how one has to overcome that. Then Prabhupada spoke about Guru, how Guru's purpose is to again and again dispel, enlighten the disciples about the importance of spiritual life and elevate his consciousness from ignorance to reality. And then Srila Prabhupada spoke about that how it's not just enough to understand eternity, but Prabhupada said blissful knowledge. Then Prabhupada said that it all depends on our desire, that Krishna is willing, either we can enjoy ourselves in this world, or we can surrender to Krishna. And according to whatever is our desire, Krishna reciprocates. If we want to come to a real position, Krishna reciprocates. And then Prabhupada spoke about blissful knowledge, and then and many things is what I remember. Then Prabhupada said that actually our senses, these senses only once they are purified, then only we can serve Krishna. So Prabhupada said this is not really our senses. This body is temporary. So we should not be interested in anything temporary, we should be interested in what is permanent. So Prabhupada said, and we all have a spiritual body, we have spiritual senses. So Bhakti means to awaken that, to cleanse these senses, and then when we have spiritual senses, then we are fit to serve Krishna. And Prabhupada said again that how that when our senses are purified, then Krishna we can always be under the control of Krishna, and we can serve Krishna. That's what I remember. There's so many good things there. You are not sorry. No, that's all okay.
Ekadasi. So today is the day Krishna spoke about it. In the right way, it will save you from untimely death, and it will clean you of the diseases. It is an other stage. All Bhagadacharya, you know, Indian, they are from Bhagadacharya.